It is 6:19 on Breakfast. Panel beaters reckon they're getting ripped off because insurance companies are using an outdated pricing model. The Collision Repair Association is calling for a review of rates and times to produce a fairer reward for repairers. General Manager Neil Pritchard is with us this morning. Kia ora, Neil. Thanks for being here.
Kia ora, Jack.
How does the current pricing model work?
OK, so different models for different insurers. Most of them have some kind of rate at which they pay people, and they have a schedule of times. One times the other gives you the final figure. Right,
so effectively insurance companies go, if a vehicle has this damage and the vehicle is this model, we would expect it to cost this much and take this long.
That's about right, yeah. There's very little control from the repairer's point of view. We're price takers as opposed to price setters.
So what sort of role do repairers have when those prices are being set every 10 or 15 years?
Well, the trouble is that in between that time, cars change enormously. So a schedule of times that was written, say, 15 years ago is increasingly less relevant today because of all the new stuff they put on cars like ADAS, that's advanced driver assist systems, all that electrical stuff that keeps us safe, reactive cruise control, automated braking, lane departure warning, the sort of stuff that everyone now relies heavily on.
So what you're saying is if I 15 years ago backed my car into a pole and I backed my car into a pole last week, the repairs would actually be quite different?
Absolutely different.
OK.
And the skills required by the panel beater are very different too. You know, that's another issue. We start talking about skill shortages and attracting young people into the industry, etc.
From a repairer's perspective, how many jobs would be insurance jobs?
So it's not great data. That's generally held that about 80% of jobs would be insurance jobs, so by far the majority.
OK.
And of course the insurance sector and motor is heavily dominated by IAG, with roughly 2/3 of that market, somewhere between 60 and 65%. With Suncorp, that's Vero and AA insurance picking up most of the rest.
OK, and because insurers are providing that much business, they have preferred providers, they're absolutely in a position of absolute power, aren't they?
Well, they're kind of calling the shots, exactly right.
So the current card is very much in the insurer's interests.
Well, they kind of had the power, if you like, and I guess what this the survey that we conducted, what that shows is that the scores were lower than ever before, which indicates a level of disenchantment, if you like, by the repairers. So they're not happy about what they're being paid. Now, I guess the good thing that we can say that comes out of these surveys is that the insurance companies engage with us because they don't actually like to be on the bottom of the pile. They don't necessarily want to be on the top, but they want to be somewhere around the middle. And, you know, IAG is the biggest of they've certainly been in contact with us. And since that survey, rates have moved, which is positive, and we're working with them trying to do something on the schedule, because it's the schedule of times that's the issue now.
Why is that?
Well, again, it goes back to those cars that it was written 15 years ago. The cars were much simpler, they're more complex today.
So something might require two people to work on it, as opposed to in the past where it might have required one, it might have taken an hour in the past, it might take 3 hours this time round.
Exactly right.
OK, how easy is that going to be to change?
Not easy, because everything costs money. It's because, I mean, effectively, we want a bigger slice of the pie, and the insurance sector is, I mean, run by profits. They're reluctant to give it to us. So there's a natural tension there, and that's fine. That's the way it should be. But the good thing is that we're engaged with them, and they're engaging with us. So
OK, that's good to hear. Has anything got cheaper?
In terms,
any repairs? Is there anything where you think, oh, well, you know, 20 years ago that was a major repair, and these days, you can bang that out in 20 minutes? I
don't think so, Jack. I don't know where you've been in the last 20 years. I don't think there's many things that would... let me ask you this, has your insurance policy got cheaper?
No.
Well, I think that reflects the cost of repair, And the cost of repair is only going to go up because cars are complicated and getting more so.
All right, thanks for your time, Neil. Really appreciate it. Neil Pritchard from the Collision Repair Association.
Thank you.